Okay, so let's explore Enneagram Type 2, oftentimes called the helper or the giver. Enneagram Type 2s are very caring, generous, and considerate, and they tend to be people-pleasing type people. They have this natural instinctual ability to see what other people need. I mean, on the level that other people don't have. I mean, it's like they have some kind of extra sense going on. A Type 2 knows what you need before you even know you need it. I mean, they're that dang good. In fact, our office manager in our office, Bree, she's a Type 2. And I like to say she is the best. She literally knows what I need before I know I need it. I mean, this woman runs the show. She manages my life. She decides when I go to the dentist, when I get my hair cut. She pretty much decides everything, and she's right on target with it. I like to laugh and say, if I'm in the kitchen and I sit down to eat my lunch, she'll look at me and I'll have the spoon right here. I'll be about to take it back. She'll be like, that's not warm enough. You need to heat that up. Let me heat that up for you a little bit more. You need to heat that up. And I'll say, what? And I'll taste it like, oh, dang, she's right. Literally, I don't know how she does it, but she has this extra sense on what people need. Now, that can be a really cool thing, but if you're a Type 2, that can feel like a big giant pain in the butt because it's like there are these red blinking neon signs around you all the time telling you about all the needs of everyone around you, and as you can imagine, that can get a little bit annoying or burdensome. Now, deep down inside, Type 2s have a fear of being unwanted or unloved. And somewhere in their subconscious, it's become wired in there that to be worthy of love or to get love from other people, that you have to take care of them, that you have to put yourself last. I don't know how true this is, but I have heard that usually in the early childhood of a Type 2, they had experiences where they got really validated for being mature and considerate and responsible and grown up. So it was always things like, oh my goodness, thank you so much for setting the table, or for being the responsible sibling, or for helping mom out. It's those kind of things got rewarded until that became their way of receiving love from other people. And so obviously their basic desire is to be loved and be helpful to the people around them. They want to be loved and express their feelings for others. And on a really deep level, they have a need to be needed. Now, here are some famous examples of Type 2 personality types that maybe you've heard of before. Eleanor Roosevelt, Nancy Reagan, Dolly Parton, Paula Abdul, Priscilla Presley, Monica Lewinsky, Dr. McCoy from Star Trek, and Landers. Now, if you could put a stereotype on the Type 2, they might get that label of codependent. I'm not saying that's a fair label. I'm just saying that they can tend to fall into those roles or have those tendencies maybe a little bit more often than some of the other types. Now, where Type 2s can run into trouble is because they give of themselves so much and they have such a difficult time getting their own needs met. I mean, it's really hard for Type 2s to ask for what they need. And to be honest, it's really hard as a person who cares about a Type 2 to do things for them because they're so dang good at it, they beat you to the punch. But what can happen to Type 2s is because they're constantly giving, and they don't take good care of themselves, and they have a real difficult time asking for what they need, they can definitely lead themselves into a place of resentment and frustration with the people around them, especially if they feel like the people around them are unappreciative of all the things that they do for them. Now, the virtue of the Type 2 person is that they're genuinely caring and considerate of other people. But the vice of a Type 2 when they're not in their healthiest of places is pride, because they can feel like they give so much that the other people around them really are sort of selfish and inconsiderate. So if you're a Type 2 and you want to be a really healthy Type 2, it's extremely important for you to acknowledge that you have needs too, and being okay with letting people meet your needs sometimes. And hey, every now and then maybe even ask people for what you need, because not everyone else around you is so good at seeing that as you are. And I know it may feel like inside, like how can they not see it or notice it? I'm telling you, you Type 2s, y'all have like an extra sense or ability that not everybody has. So take it easy on the rest of us and let us know what you need sometimes.